Welcome to grappling! Enjoy the match and fucking cheer!
They wrestled with each other. They used to do that often as kids. Only occasionally would they take it too far and somebody would get hurt. A jammed thumb or a bloody nose. But as they got older, they stopped. This is what Ezra told me. And so, I never thought they'd wrestle with each other again. But they did. At the graveside, in the orange earth. Their grandma's simple coffin wasn't even covered with dirt. She told me she didn't want roses left by her grave, only cacti. You know, we were supposed to have dinner with his family after, but after they fought, I didn't think it was appropriate. So I took him to the beach and I tried asking him about the ring, but he wouldn't talk about it. He just stared at me with his beautiful eyes that promised something a ring never could. And so I can't understand how somebody could hurt somebody that they love the way that Jacob did. I mean, I can never understand that. And what for? A ring.
Did you see the match last night?
I was busy with the seating chart.
Ugh, it was scripted. Very unreal. Back in my day, the matches were exciting.
Yeah, Ezra told me that the big guy with the tattoo threw the match to the YouTuber.
They choreographed it like a ballet. You could tell who's gonna win from the beginning. I miss the real fights.
Would you like to sit next to Jacob at the wedding?
Did you know my husband used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Now Rose fights for me.
I knew he lived in Brazil, but Ezra never told me he did jiu-jitsu.
No, he died just before Ezra met you. He's so lucky to have you. You're gonna make such great fathers. Name a child after me.
Don't say that, Sarah. You're gonna live forever.
Oh, don't flirt with me like that.
The last appointment I took you to, the doctor said your blood pressure was the best he'd ever seen for anybody with cancer.
Don't say that so loud. Someone might hear.
Sarah? You know I'll do anything for you. But it's a burden being the only one taking care of you.
Oh, I know my son and daughter-in-law. They don't want to waste all my money on medical care before I die.
They're not trying to kill you, Sarah.
Do you think I'm going to die soon?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Sarah.
It's a yes or no question.
Yes. All right, but not for a very long time. All right, at least for another couple months. As long as you eat healthy. You know, I've been doing some research, and according to multiple sources, you should eat bone broth at least once a day, and that could extend your life by at least another couple weeks.
I don't mind when I die. If my family is trying to kill me, then I'd rather die now. Because a family that wants to kill each other is not a family at all. And life isn't worth living without a family.
Well, at least you have one. such a gift that Ezra brought me into his family and to yours.
I'm so lucky to have you. I owe you so much. From the doctor's appointments to the grocery shopping.
Hey,
Really.
it's no big deal. You know, whenever my dad would forget to pick me up from school, I'd go to this grocery store called Fresh To Go. It's no longer there, but I'll always remember the name because it reminded me of Monopoly, which we used to play together as a family before my mom. Anyways, I'd always go to the store because the manager was really nice and she'd always let me have a hot dog or a milkshake. It was one of these like huge grocery stores with like the big parking lot you had to go through to get to the entrance. I really wanted a hot dog with extra mustard that day. I remember because whenever I felt sad, I would eat spicy food to erase the sour feelings, whatever. And right when I got to the front of the store, I heard a loud noise. I thought it was fireworks at first, or maybe a car backfiring, but when people started running, I didn't see a weapon, but I knew there was one. And honestly, at that time, the worst part was that I didn't get a free hot dog, but now I know that the worst part was that my dad wasn't there. You know, we didn't get to experience that together. You owed me that.
This is my wedding ring. I want you to have it. Not to wear, sell it when I'm gone. It's the only thing of any worth in my closets and drawers. It's for you to put away, maybe take a nice vacation. Don't buy a house.
No,
it's not a good investment.
I can't take that. I'm not entitled to it. It's Ezra's patrimony. It's his birthright.
You don't know what birthright means, do you?
Birthright is the right or privilege one has due to their birth. All right, either based on ancestry
It's
or
what we
based
owe
on.
to each other based on the mere fact of our simultaneous existence.
No, I am marrying into your family. All right, there's no real privilege that comes with that.
I decide who gets what I have to give, who's owed what I have to offer. Oh, that's no one else's choice.
The most important thing people should know about my mother was that she was a very anxious old woman.
She was very superstitious and paranoid.
She never told us she was sick, not until the end. She didn't trust us.
I heard about the cactus from the hospital gift shop.
Jacob tried to hit his brother on the head with a plant at my mother's funeral.
He hid it in her casket.
Isaac used to do these magic tricks for the kids. Yeah. It was a fun way to spend a weekend afternoon. I never liked it though. It's not good for your kids to think they can hide stuff from you.
Well, Ezra hid that he was gay until he was 19. But you could tell by the time he was a toddler, the way he smiled.
Ezra was just, he was so adorable, and Jacob was never like that.
Yeah, no, I always thought Jacob was straight.
You know, it's hard as a mother to find out that your children are keeping secrets from you. I'm not saying I'm complaining, but you like to think that you know everything about your children. But you don't.
When I was a kid, I used to think I knew everything about my mother. Until she died and we found out she'd been cheating on my father for years. We only found out when he showed up at the funeral, and he told us he was her one true, authentic love.
I love my family. It's the greatest privilege to have one. Many people don't. Many people come from broken families. I often forget that. We used to have these debates, these discussions, where we'd wrestle with these big ideas, like when that one political activist died, all of my friends took to their Facebook trying to express their feelings, but nobody wanted to talk about it. Like, really talk about it. But that was the great thing about Jacob and Ezra. They used to talk about these things that they didn't understand without it turning violent. I miss those debates.
We don't wrestle with those questions anymore. We need to talk about America, about who we are and what our values are. We don't wrestle with those questions anymore.
And what do you think makes a person?
An American.
Well, I think it has to do with where someone is born.
It has to do with naturalization.
Exactly. If a person is born and raised in America, and a person who's searching for a better life,
Someone who's hardworking.
Oh yes,
Sure.
they have to pull themselves up by their bootstraps so they become rich and greedy and have a fucking hunger for.
Like my mother.
You're answering legally. Obviously, we all know how to become a legal American.
The Constitution says all these things, and when you come here, you need to know.
No, what I'm saying, or what I'm asking is, what is American culture made of?
It's a question of identity.
oh great, the I word? Come on, son.
If you call yourself an American, then you are one. I mean, I think it's a pretty impossible question to answer because there is no true American culture. Nothing unifying about who we are. Like, what do I have in common with a born-again Christian mother of 7 who lives in Kentucky?
Besides the fact that you're both sick, alcoholic.
Sick like grandma?
Grandma is not that sick, all right? She's seen better days.
I am not sick! In fact, I've never been healthier. I walk more than anyone at this table combined.
Well, I personally think that what makes us American is our oppression.
I have never felt oppressed in my life.
I've been waiting to speak.
Well, my mother immigrated here on a boat, and we had nothing. But that doesn't mean we were oppressed.
We are oppressed.
What I'm trying to say is that for my mother, before she moved here, her life in Europe, that was oppression.
Yes. You were saying, Mom.
I really liked what everyone has had to say so far. Sorry, I just need a second to remember what I was gonna say. Before the oppression thing, what were we talking about?
Identity or diversity.
Let me speak.
I mean, do you really think that American culture was founded on diversity? I mean, I didn't even know what that was when I was growing up in the city in the 80s.
I don't think it's about diversity at all, honey.
Let me finish what I'm fucking saying!
It's about nationalism. It's about a deep love for your country. And frankly, I hate to say this, but it's why these neo-Nazis are back in power. And I'm not saying that I'm not a nationalist, okay, but what I'm saying is that sometimes I don't even feel like an American anymore. You know, you all need to leave this place. It is not for us anymore. And to answer your question, what makes a person American is that they love the Constitution and American rules.
Okay, but the Constitution is a political artifact.
Wait. I mean, she was kind of getting somewhere. She was mostly wrong, but she has a point.
Thank you.
Like, the nationalism part is so true because what really defines American culture is the idea that America is better than everywhere else.
Well, in Sweden, they are born into the Swedish culture where they value certain things, and then part of that
is they think their Swedish culture is better than any other culture, and they stick with it for their entire lives.
it's the same in America, people.
Well, I think because the Constitution was made in 1776, I think it was, that the states all wanted their own individual rights because they still had a lot of different stuff going on in them. And that's what made this country so special, was that nobody was doing it like us.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you my answer.
No, wait, I wasn't finished.
I think you've made your point, Bubblegum.
Well, just how the Constitution is like this thing that's actually very important and defines how we live and
You know, freedom of speech and democracy.
Baby, you're circling back. Come on.
It's
now.
a set of unifying values. And what are we without our values? Right? Like, I have these strict philosophies, and I think that's important because I guess what I'm trying to say is that what matters is that we have these beliefs and that we are willing to question these beliefs or whatever. And maybe the Constitution isn't perfect, but without it, I don't think any of us would really be here. And I would just hate that so much because I value you so much. all of you.
Well, I have a horrible headache, so.
I'm just gonna tell you the answer because I don't see how any of that was relevant. Fundamentally, what makes a person an American is their pride, their desire to be special or exceptional. And as a country, we are addicted to being better than everyone else, not only in our own nation, but in the entire world. We are all just waiting to be blessed.
Exactly! To be an American is to wrestle!
No, that's not what I'm fucking saying. I'm saying I don't feel like God has blessed me.
I have never felt that way. Never!
That is an individual thing, though. Your desire to care for your family and your community, that's more of a personal value than an American value. Does that make sense?
No, not really.
I say so. I say there are many things that we care about that Americans don't.
Like they think they can work hard to become millionaires. And I'm not saying I haven't worked hard, no. But personally, I think we all know legacy is more important to build familial wealth, generational wealth.
More like generational anxiety.
Oh my god, Americans don't even think about that. You and this identity crap. My head's actually killing me now. I mean, it's just ridiculous if you ask me to not even think about taking care of your children.
I think that is a very important American value. All right, when I was growing up, my parents worked hard, even though they neglected me in many ways.
Well, your father certainly worked hard, and yet he still left you nothing.
Can you give me an ibuprofen?
I mean, he left you nothing. To leave all of your money and possessions to a university? I mean, what a waste of money! Well, look at the ring that you got, Ezra. It's cute, but it's nothing special.
Mom, are you serious?
Okay, I'll get it myself.
Like, I just don't think rings and proposals need to be that special, okay? When we proposed to each other, it was very beautiful. Nothing noisy or public like
Your
yours.
grandfather's proposal to me was very romantic. I'll always remember it. We were at the garden, and you know how much I hate it there, but when they announced WrestleMania X at Madison Square Garden, I just had to go. Our seats were miserable, but the matches were fabulous, and oh, you can imagine my shock when your grandfather got down on one knee and pulled out the ring. It was so beautiful and expensive and you know what? I need to tell you the truth about something. My ring.
I wanted to say that was such a special story.
Julian, we're all special. I mean, come on. You're being a prick, Jacob. Treat your brother-in-law nicely. They're planning a wedding and don't need any of the extra stress that you're causing.
I need to tell you all the truth
I want
about
to say something
Do any
first.
of you actually believe in true love? Like do you really deep down believe that real, unconditional love is out there?
I'm really not in the mood to answer a question
I'm
like
just
that
trying
right
to
now.
guide the conversation.
No,
to
because
another
every
place.
time that you bring up a question, you just wait for
Oh
us
my
to answer
god,
and
I'm
tell us
not
what we said
trying to
wrong.
preach. I just want to have a philosophical conversation.
You're giving us all a headache. Look what you did to your
ridiculous.
father.
Would any of you be without me? Hot, silent, or not understanding shit about the world?
Wow. Okay, you piece of shit. You know, I'd rather listen to anything else than your philosophy.
Okay, I could bring up Israel if you want, but I know that probably wouldn't go well, so maybe I shouldn't. What do you think?
Well, this has just been one big disaster.
Jacob, why don't you read what you wrote for Ezra?
Wait for your father to get back. I need to tell you all something.
You wrote something for me?
A few small things.
I'm going to go get your father.
He read it for me. It was so beautiful.
Okay, it's just a first draft. Maybe I'll update it for the real thing. I feel like when people tell stories at weddings, you know, give speeches, they tell stories from their childhood. I'm not going to tell you a story from our childhood. I'm going to tell you a dream I had. I dreamt that I gave birth to you. And you were the cutest baby, but it was so sad because when you came out, you couldn't breathe. And all I could think about was how when babies die,
nothing in the world changes. They have no legacy. Except that everything changes for those expecting the baby because something that was supposed to happen didn't happen. And sometimes I feel that way about you. Like, I lost a piece of myself when you met Julian. You know, a piece of what could have been, and I know it's stupid. You're my brother. And I'll always have you, but I want to celebrate this wedding for you, and in some ways it feels like a funeral.
You know what funerals are all about, though? Legacy. You think they're about honoring the dead and saying goodbye to them. But no. Funerals are actually about the living. Like with Sarah. Her legacy will be that fight for the rest of, well, ever. You know, just for the record, I don't think they were trying to kill her for her money, but I don't think that they were upset that she died when she did.
I mean, the medical bills were intense. You know, she had appointments every other day.
Well, she didn't have much money anyway.
Well, the only thing that she had that had any value was her engagement ring.
They were fighting over her ring at the funeral.
You know, it wasn't even worth that much, but it was beautiful. Quite messy.
The rumor is she gave it to my brother to propose with.
Well, my parents left me with very little, so the ring that I got as rose cheap. We even joked about getting tattoo rings to save money, but he wanted something more authentic.
I heard they didn't get tattoo rings because Ezra doesn't want to commit to Julian. I also heard they didn't do that because Julian doesn't want to get a tattoo. But the point is, he's afraid of commitment. At least that's what I heard. But I think the truth is deeper than that.
Everyone is on edge right now because it's the wedding.
I just don't feel like anyone's on my side. You're always on Mom's.
What? Stop instigating that kind of thing.
It's so unfair to you.
I was hardly born
Yeah,
first.
you were.
By like 2 seconds.
Okay, I was basically raised as the eldest child, but I'm not entitled to anything when anyone dies. Come on, I'm barely younger than you. I'm not younger than you. 2 seconds is nothing. 1, 2, boom. That's 2 seconds. It's not enough time for either one of us to be older or younger than the other. I mean, it was probably less than 2 seconds.
Mom always tells that dumb story about how when we were born, you were clinging onto my ankle, like you were trying to claw your way out to be first.
Okay, so we were practically born in the same instant. It's just fucked up that you get everything and I get nothing.
If you're trying to get me to split my inheritance with you, it's not gonna happen.
This birthright shit is so outdated. I don't know anyone who's getting fucked over by patrimony like I am.
Do you really want me to disrespect what Grandma wants, what Mom and Dad want?
You have everything. You have Julian, you have the inheritance, and I have nothing.
You have so much in your life. Look around you. You have a job.
What happened to the Ezra that I used to know? Where did he go?
I'm right here.
No, you're not. Not mentally.
I'm planning a wedding, Jacob. I love you, but seriously, it's a crazy expectation to have if you think I'm going to be thinking about you all day, every day. I'm trying to start a family. I'm trying to buy a house. We just can't split everything like when we were kids.
Everything's changing. I just don't want to lose you.
I'm only getting married.
We always thought Jacob was gonna get married first. He was always dating, Ezra never was. Then suddenly they switched. Jacob stopped dating, couldn't even land the first date. Then Ezra and Julian met each other.
Ezra's grandma introduced them.
Sarah was my professor in university. 4th level multidisciplinary environmental artistry. Loved my work.
No, I hate to say it, but Julian's art was the best in the class. I mean, he hated that I was in class with him.
It was only meant to be open to interdisciplinary art students.
But I worked my way in there from the environmental science angle. I mean, honestly, I thought it would be easy. And It would be fun to terrorize my brother.
Yeah, she failed the class.
Well, his midterm project was this beautiful immersive model of a desert landscape that he converted into a cow pasture. There were these beautiful locale figurines that were surrounded by cacti and sand.
You could smell the freshly chewed grass and the salty sand from which it grew. I was really proud of that.
I didn't have many friends in college.
My little sister followed me everywhere because I was the one who practically raised her.
Well, Sarah was close personal friends with our dad.
They were in the same department. She would come to dinner.
I liked her much more than our mother.
Our real mother never came to dinner.
So I think it's strange that Julian and Ezra met through Sarah. Yeah.
We met him at dinner at Sarah's estate near the university. She cooked salmon.
I mean, I don't know why she introduced them, to be honest. I think that she loved Julian more than she loved her actual grandchildren.
She used too much oregano on the salmon, but dinner was nice. The boys got along, and I actually liked Julian a lot. Thought he would make a great son-in-law.
After dinner, we went dancing. I wasn't so convinced I liked him at dinner, but when we danced, something changed in Ezra that night. At least that's what I was told.
His rhythm, rats released, drags down, spine to red, Calvin's lips. And the music seeps into us and becomes something greater than vibrations enhancing my totality. We exit into a dark hallway. I scrape my hand on a brick wall. Why was it wet? My hands sweat thick red juices. He opens me up as my blood drools into the cement. I am returning to the ocean and falling in love with. Giving birth hurts more than dancing, so I choose to take off my rings, feed this cactus too much water, lay down gloves, hold duties for now, return to dust and dirt from which I came.
He was a little weird, dark and moody, and he's a great artist.
I mean, Jacob is just so attractive and so mysterious and kind.
They were very close with each other. At least this is how Ezra described it to me.
I was so mad when I found out that I was pregnant with twins.
It was the best day of my life.
They were best buddies as kids. They were very dependent on each other.
They were born at practically the same instant.
Jacob was holding onto his brother's ankle.
It was like he wanted to be born first.
Okay, don't tell anyone this. But Sarah died. Jacob called me.
We have a picture of it. You can see his little fingers wrapped around his ankle. Oh my gosh.
I mean, he was such a mess. Later, we drove out to the woods, and he told me that he felt lost as we stared at the stars and city lights.
Ezra told me this story once of how when they were kids, they went to the beach with Sarah, and she gave them these little plastic bags of cashews, and Jacob choked on one. So Ezra, literally like a 6-year-old, having never taken a CPR certification course, saved his brother's life.
Sarah loved cashews. Were just one of those things. Damn it, we should have put that in the obituary.
I did all the funeral planning. I'm actually really good at it. I don't know why I did environmental science. I should have just done event planning. But I mean, the truth is, I really hate it. And you know, environmental science is really cool. Like, grass. It's fucking awesome. And mushrooms. Did you know mushrooms have a memory? You know, I remember no one Sarah died until Jacob called.
I was in the hospital when she died.
Jacob actually watched his grandma die. Like the moment her light went out and her eyes rolled back.
Julian. She's gone.
Oh. That's a relief.
She had pneumonia and cancer, skin cancer. The doctor told me she had it for 2.5 years. I don't know.
Are you relieved? You must be. The inheritance. Did she tell you?
There isn't any. She told me right before she died.
Do you want me to help make arrangements with the funeral home? I can help. I know people. She loved jujitsu. Should I call Ezra?
She said you knew she was dying.
I did.
You know, she said you were the only one she trusted. And she wanted me to get you before she died. She wanted to see you, not me. And she looked at me and asked me if she was dying, and I said no, and she just laughed because she knew I was lying. She just wanted to see me lie to her face, like when I was a kid. You know, she said she wanted me to buy a cactus and name it after her. Maybe she doesn't want me to name any of my children after her.
She asked me too if she was dying. I said yes because I loved her.
Did you? You weren't related to her, not by blood.
I'm so sorry she's gone, Jacob. She was my family.
Not by blood.
You're my family too.
Am I?
I hope so.
Why did she love you more than she loved me? You know, I was so scared. Her eyes rolled back. It was like I was staring at the angel of death, and I will just never understand how she trusted you more than she trusted me.
She thought you were trying to kill her, so as to not waste all of her money on medical care before she died, leaving you with nothing.
But there wasn't any money in the first place.
Except the ring.
This family is a fucking joke. This is hilarious. Ezra's getting nothing. You're getting nothing.
I don't need money. Right? This family's more important to me than that. I had a family like this before. When I told my dad about Ezra, I could smell the disgust seeping from his armpits. Alright, he was so disappointed that there would be nobody to carry his name when he died. And I had told him that I want to have kids so badly, and that I know that Ezra does too. I loved your grandmother. Right? We were planning on having her be the flower girl at the wedding. Right? She'd have looked so adorable in a floral dress as she hobbled down the aisle with a basket of petals. I can't believe she's gone and I didn't get to say goodbye.
I'll call the funeral home and make arrangements. and
Ezra
flowers.
should have been here for me and her. The ring, she would have wanted. I have to go. I have to give Ezra the ring. He deserves it. I'm so sorry, Jacob. I have to go.
Julian has the ring. Right, because Julian has everything. And where was Ezra? He should have been here. Because I'm half a person without him. Maybe even less than half, because when I look at Ezra, I see my own body physically manifested in front of me. His touch is like God's hand, reaching out in the darkness, the hand that pulls you out of the nothingness and shoves you into the daylight, except that God accidentally shoved us out at the same time.
Nobody told me that she was sick. I guess people die without warning, but nobody told me.
I'm not saying I'm mad or anything,
It was her time to go.
but I'm also not the kind of person who gets mad very easily, so.
I cried a little.
And I don't think that's how I raised my children to be either.
There was this one time on the bus where this brat picked up one of those crumpled up balls of paper and just threw it at Ezra, and Jacob got so mad that he just beat the other kid up. He got detention for that.
Yeah, I always told them that violence is bad.
I never told my husband because I know that he would have been pissed off at Jacob, but secretly I was proud of him for standing up for his brother.
I think it's a shame that people resort to violence so quickly these days. Like, don't we all fear death? Shouldn't death be a unifying thing, a concept that we all fight against together? I witnessed a shooting right before Sarah died. It was almost like an omen. I don't know, I didn't tell her back about it, obviously. I don't want to freak her out.
I've never seen someone die like in real life. I've seen it in movies and in TV shows, but never really feels real. Like people getting their heads cut off in freak accidents and car crashes. I don't know why. I just feel kind of jealous of Jacob. Like, I wish I could have seen Sarah die.
I wish that I was in the room with her.
And I'm not saying this in a macabre way. I just want to know what it's like. Because people say it's a part of life, but it's not a part of life that I've ever experienced.
I had spent the entire night in the room with her, but she had to fucking die while I was in the waiting room.
And Sarah died so peacefully. I think it would have been an easy death to watch.
You know, sometimes I think that Jacob killed her, that he pulled the plug or something. She did think that her family was trying to kill her. I don't think that he killed her. It's just, it sucks that she's gone and I wasn't there for her. You know, I feel like I owed it to her.
Lots of her students came to the funeral. Even Lexi did.
So I want to have a graveside funeral, because too many people would come to a real service. But they all came anyway.
I was the one who broke it up.
I had just given Ezra the ring.
Like, seriously. Me, I can't fucking fight.
I just felt like it was the right time.
My black dress was stained with blood.
I wanted her to see me give it to him before she was in the ground forever.
Luckily, it wasn't too hard to see on my black dress. I made reservations for everyone after the funeral. But I was the only one who showed up. Just me. Alone. At a long table in the back of the restaurant in my black dress stained with blood. I looked like a witch eating lunch with a table of ghosts.
Is it okay if I say a few words about her?
Of course, you can say anything you like.
Go on, Speedy.
Sarah was the best teacher I ever had. But she was more than that. She was also the greatest grandmother-in-law to be. She was family. She brought me and Lexi into hers when we had nowhere else to go. Now that she's gone, I know that we're not going to be alone.
You are her parting gift. Ezra, Sarah gave me this ring before she died. I think she would want you to have it. I want her to see me give it to you before she's buried. I love you, Sarah. And I love you, Ezra.
family, I never had a chance to fight for one. It was Julian and I against the world, and we were alone in a desert until Sarah found us. She nurtured us, gave us water, gave us a family. Someone get him water, he's dehydrated.
You can have the ring, but that's all you have.
Maybe your nose.
I'm alright.
Let's just get out of here.
This is the worst funeral I've ever been to.
You know, I may not have everything in this world, but I have the things that matter to me.
Apologize to your brother. Now!
We raised our sons better than this, right?
I hope so. I hope so.
I have a headache.
Let's get you home. You can lie down.
What are you gonna do with the ring?
Nothing. I'll do nothing with it.
Your brother loves you. You know that, right? Just because he's getting married doesn't mean he doesn't care about you.
I know. And I'm so happy for him and Julian. They're a great match. But my family is the most important thing in the world to me. And I am terrified that they are moving on without me.
That's what life is. Moving on. Ezra will always love you, regardless of what you decide to do with the ring. Just like Julian will always love me.
What would you do with the ring?
I don't know. It's beautiful. Maybe I'd keep it. Or sell it. Or give it to Ezra. Or give it to my sister-in-law. Just kidding. Our reservation's in 30 minutes, so I have to go. Do you want to come with? We could talk about what to do with the ring over omelets and steak fries.
I need to stay a little longer. Say goodbye.
I think you know what to do with the ring. So do the right thing, okay? And apologize to your brother. He loves you. We all do.
Love you, Lexi. When we were boys, you took us to the beach. And as we were playing in the sand, I choked on a cashew. And I don't hold it against you that you didn't notice, but I would have died. And Ezra saw me choking, and he squeezed me so hard, as if holding on to me was the only thing that was keeping me from slipping away from this world.